Good evening, I'm Matthew Mills, and our sports ticker is brought to you by the experienced advisors at Stonebridge Wealth Systems. Former Husker basketball forward Brink Mass has made the preliminary cut to represent the Netherlands at the FIBA World Cup qualifier. The roster was cut down from 24 players to 15 players and will be cut down once more to 12 players ahead of their first qualifying match against Germany on August 27th. Two Nebraska soccer matches are set to air on the Big Ten Network. Their match against Notre Dame on August 20th and their rivalry game against Iowa on September 13th will be televised on the network. All other games can be streamed on Big Ten Plus. Nebraska football center Justin Evans was named to the Remington Trophy watch list, which is presented to the nation's most outstanding center. Evans is a longtime team leader for the Huskers and has started 31 games for the Huskers, appearing in 7 others. And if you are planning to go to Husker football's Fan Day this Saturday, visit Huskers.com to get all the information you need, including a map of the Hawks Championship Center and policies in place at the event. Me and Jess will be there. Our sports ticker is brought to you by Stonebridge Wealth Systems, navigating you to and through the retirement of your dreams. Local advisors, a disciplined process, the retirement compass. Visit StonebridgeIWM.com. Hour 1 of Sports Nightly is up next, right here on the Huskers Radio Network.
Coming to you live from Memorial Stadium, it's Sports Nightly. All the Huskers, all the time. Sports Nightly is presented by McKinnis Roofing and Sheet Metal, helping homeowners and businesses protect what matters most for over 45 years.
4 on the shot clock, in the paint, shot on the way, no good. Rebound Nebraska, Huskers have it, 9 seconds left to go. What across the timelines, Price to Traeger. Layup, yes! Yes! It's good! 2.2!
Well, Eckley is inside his own 15. Barney at the Husker 30. Snap back to Eckley. It's blocked. Cobb blocked it. It's picked up. Carter Nelson. Touchdown Huskers. They came right at it. Nelson picked it up. 13-0 Scarlet and the cream.
There's Laney. Here come Huskers. Quick attack. Mania Obeche. She's putting on a clinic. It's Mania Obeche Friday night at the Devaney, 23-14.
Now, here are your hosts, Jessica Coody and Kyle Crooks on the Huskers Radio Network.
And welcome in. In case you didn't know, it's Thursday. But you know what that means, Kyle?
That means it's Wednesday on a Thursday?
Well, that. But also, Hall of Fame game is tonight,
Yes.
which you are absolutely stoked
It's
about.
on my TV right now.
On.
Mike Tomlin's a part of the panel, which is his first broadcasting assignment. We're watching him on mute, so I don't know if he's actually good or
He's a
not.
good
I'm sure
analyst or not.
he is. He's very good at the podium. Maria Taylor, the whole crew, but Mike Tirico, Chris Collinsworth should be back. I know people like to get on this, that how could you watch this? How could you watch that? For me, it's about the nostalgia of football being back. What do I mean by that? Sounds of football, whistles. It's why I go nuts over practice. Hearing Mike Tirico call a game, Chris Collinsworth call a game, hearing football on the radio, to me, that means something.
I thought I was going to have to calm you down today at practice. And look, I'm not putting anything out there. I wasn't going to say it, but it was in the video that was posted on social media. Dana Holgorsen, we're going to hear from in just a couple of minutes. He references it, but an absolute dime, unbelievable catch, dime from Anthony Calandria, catch from Quinn Clark. It was an unbelievable play, and Kyle was the biggest nerd on the practice field. He was cheering. You were kind of cheering a little bit.
What did I say? That's a ball? That's a ball right there?
Yes, very loudly.
It was me, you, and Keith Mann.
I was like,
Jay
I think
Foreman
you've
was
been
there
here
too.
before. No, I'm kidding.
It was. It's probably like
you were fired up about it, though.
It's like a 50-yarder, maybe. I don't know.
Like, what a ball!
It was a beautiful arching rainbow spiral, and Quinn Clark went up, made an NFL-type catch.
Yeah,
that's what you're going to need from a guy like that.
Contested. I mean, it was well defended.
Wingspan, size, height, all those things for Quinn Clark. It's why you just wanted him to get a little bit stronger.
Mm-hmm.
That was when you looked at him last year. He was a slender, wiry frame, but Corey Campbell and his offseason program, they put a little weight on him, which is necessary when you want to fight guys off for 50-50 balls, and that was one of them right in front of us.
He's been a guy, I think even going back to the bowl practices that you have pointed to of, you think he could be a breakout guy this season.
Yeah, Damon's big on him too.
I think we've seen enough throughout spring and the first couple of practices of fall, and then what we've heard from people from his fellow wide receivers, from coaches, that he's absolutely going to factor in. And that's a weapon. That's a huge target out there.
He looks like a grown man. The top three, if there's anything in this on this team that's cemented, it's probably the top three in the wide receiving room. We were talking about it. Not many years you have that top three that you could eat down in Sharpie. Well, I'm just talking about, I guess, if you're going to start out a game, usually you're going to start in 3 wide.
Yeah.
But Quinn Clark's that fourth guy. And last year you were waiting for him to, there were sparks here and there, especially in the bowl game, about what his potential could be, and you saw a little bit of that from the running back position with Mekhi Nelson. But for Quinn Clark in the red zone, where it's an area Nebraska has to improve, and when you add a target like that that can go up and win 50-50 balls against double teams, I mean, that's what when the field gets scrunched inside the 20s, to have a guy like Quinn Clark that can go up and win a battle is big, and he's going to have the size and length mismatch a lot on guys on the other side of the line of scrimmage.
I just think, we've talked about this wide receiver group in the past, and and again, you'll hear Dana Holgorsen talk about it too, and we got to see it on Saturdays. But to me, it's just, again,
you want the freeze frame of me, you, and Keith Mann.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's right. I mean, again, if you're just listening, it's
I'm putting
in
it
the
on
video. So on
there's a freeze frame of me, Jess, and Keith Mann, and Quinn Clark's
and it looks like your mouth is wide open.
I got my hands in my Bill Belichick hoodie, and man, I was having a good time.
But no, I just, it's again taking that next step when you're a year older and you got a few of those guys. But I think Isaiah Hunter. He's a guy that Searles has been big on for a long time. He's just that dog. He doesn't he loves to block, but he's just he's gonna go make plays. And then I think you just have a trio of really, really good wide receivers, and then you add in a guy like Quinn Clark who can do different things. But then you sprinkle in some of those younger guys too. But I think it's so. To me, going into the season solidified, and then it just they have taken another step. And I've seen a few of these guys. I've seen Jacory since he was a freshman. It looks different to me out there.
Yeah, Quasi, we'll see. I mean, he was the best receiver at UCLA last year. We'll see. And we talked with Dana, and we'll hear that conversation here in a few minutes. But the ability for this offense to get more vertical, that's going to rely on guys like Jacory and especially Quasi. And it's multifaceted, this wide receiving core, and that goes back to what Takeel Shorts he puts a high marker on, and that's guys being able to block as well downfield. How many times did we see in the screen game with Emmett? I could think back to the screen passes, one of them at least at UCLA, where you see Isaiah Hunter downfield 10, 15 yards laying a block. I mean, these guys aren't just pass catchers, and in some cases burners. They have the ability to put their nose down and block somebody in the run game and in the screen game.
What I like too is, and again, I don't think I'm breaking any news. I think you can hear it when you hear these guys talk about each other too. But the way that they celebrate each other when they make plays too. I mean,
talk trash to each other too.
Yeah, they let the DBs know when somebody's making a play on them. But it's I think it's a group that it's not going to be like. No egos are going to get in the way. I think they're just as competitive as they are, as they all want to be the guy. They all want to be the guy getting in the end zone. I think they know that the better the group is, the better the football team is.
You have guys coming back that have a comfort with each other. Jacory, he's a loud guy. I mean, that's part of who he is. And Isaiah Hunter, they're leaders of that room. When you have guys that have been through it in this program as a Husker, understand the things that have to get better and what needs to get done. And that all goes down to who's their leader in that room. Takeel Shorts. I'd put him up there with one of the best assistants in the Big Ten, position coaches in the Big Ten. I think he's really that good. The guys gravitate him a lot, and they sort of radiate the personality of their coach, just the way they go about things. Takeel was a productive player, and he's got a lot of productive guys. I mean, Cortez Mills is somebody, too, that we haven't brought up a whole lot that I think can factor in as sort of that fifth, maybe, guy in that wide receiving room. But they got a lot of targets, and you have a moving guy in Calandra, a moving target, the way that he can get outside the pocket. And when the play breaks down, that's when you're going to see a lot of these guys be the beneficiary, because that's when the explosive plays might happen, when things start to break down.
All right, so we've been talking about it. Let's play it for you now. Kyle had a chance to chat with the offensive coordinator, Dana Holgorsen, after practice number 2 today.
All right, Dana, just finishing up practice 2. Offense-wise, what do you like from what you're seeing here early?
We're old. We're old and we're experienced. It makes it a little easier, plus, going into year 3, I'm way more comfortable with where we're at right now with what the offense is and what I want to get accomplished. And we have experienced guys. I mean, even, all 3 quarterbacks out there have game experience and at the Power 4 level. And so it makes a lot of sense to them too, which makes it easier to get the information transferred. And, so far so good, but it's day 2, tomorrow's pads, and so we got a long ways to go.
Connection, communication with that quarterback room. Of course, Anthony comes over, but you have time with him. You had time with TJ. Danny comes back into the fold. What do you like about those guys?
Well, they absorb a lot of information, and I've gave Glenn Thomas a lot of credit since the day that I got here. His information is spot on, and then having me in the room as well to confirm play calls, is very healthy for that room, and so there's just a lot of stuff that we talk about in there that gets communicated, and when we leave the meeting room, we go out to the practice field, and there isn't any surprises, so to speak, so the communication has been great, and that gives us a chance to be successful.
Yeah, it's an older group, so it has the opportunity to be even more explosive. Let's talk about the wide receivers. What do you like about that group and their ability to maybe get vertical downfield?
Yeah, there's a speed element to it, and that we really haven't had since we've been here. We've done some good things and executed a lot of good stuff, but just the threat of going by you hasn't existed. And from what I see out there, it's starting to show up a little bit, and it's not just with like one guy. We know Jacory can run by people, but you had Quasi, who's got experience in the Big Ten of getting behind people. Quinn Kark is just now coming on into his 3rd year. He caught a big one down the sidelines, which was incredible to see. And Isaiah, it can get behind you as well. So, and then you got, Luke and Eric's coming on, and having Wood back is just like my safety blanket or my security blanket, so to speak, so. He's a 4th-year guy, 5th-year guy that has a lot of experience in this offense, knows what to do. I can put him in a bunch of different spots. So it's been fun to kind of orchestrate where we're at right now.
I know it's fair to say you were pretty devastated when Wood went down last year. What exactly is it about? I mean, he's a veteran, but what exactly is it about him that makes him so versatile and makes him such an important piece?
Well, it starts with just being a tough guy. He's a 220-pound tough guy that you can put at receiver, and he can run all the routes that we're asking him to run, but then you can move him around and he'll thump you because he's a tough guy, so a Swiss Army knife can do a lot of different stuff with him, and I just put him in there at different spots and call a play, and he knows what to do because he's experienced and played a lot of football. So that gives me the freedom to be able to call plays the way that I want to be able to put people out there that actually, 1, know what to do, but 2, it looks really good when they're doing it.
I wonder if you're seeing what I'm seeing with the tight ends. It seems like a deeper room than maybe people think. Eric Ingerson, that's one of the biggest dudes on this roster. When you look at the tight ends, it's pretty high ceiling, right?
Yeah, I was pretty disappointed with them in June and July. Okay, and so they've been challenged, and we're doing some different personnel groupings, which takes them off the field, and they're not happy about it, and so that's raised their play. Carter Nelson's another guy that obviously everybody has high hopes for, and he's got through 2 practices and is just now coming into his own as well, being a 3rd-year guy. It's just like we all want the 1st-year guy to be great and the 2nd-year guy to be great, but like that position and O-line, those are different positions, and it takes time for those guys to kind of get to the point where they can be successful in this league.
What do you think about the running backs and where they're at in their development? Guys that have had limited opportunities last year, of course, with what Emmett did, but and Jamal Rule's got to go out and prove it right once the game starts. But what do you like about that group? Well,
they're a real young group, that probably didn't get as many snaps last year as they wanted, as they thought they would going into the year. We didn't know that Emmett could carry the load the way that he carried the load for 13 games, and fortunate for him, he was an All-American, which is awesome. Unfortunately for the other guys, they didn't get as many snaps as they want to. I just left spring comfortable with the 5 backs that we had, okay? And so they haven't disappointed me in 2 days. They look great. I am not worried about that room. They're just young, and they're going to have to grow up quick.
Final one, Dana, but Calandria specifically, what excites you about his skill set and what that allows you to do on that play sheet?
Well, we knew he was mobile guy that could, kind of run around and get out of trouble. You just watch his UNLV video, and he was the Mountain West Player of the Year for a reason. And there was a lot of runaround stuff, right? So I didn't know about the processing because I'd never coached him or met him. I didn't know about the arm talent because I hadn't seen him throw in live. He's checking all those boxes right now, so we're very excited about where he's at. It's my job to keep him upright and keep him. My job and the other 10 guys' job to keep him upright and keep him healthy throughout the year.
Dana, appreciate it. Thanks so much.
You got good to see you, man.
Really great stuff. He gave you a lot of great insight. And, I look, it's day 2, and he even said that. We'll see how far we go. But
Yeah.
this is a group that's put in a lot of work together throughout OTAs, throughout the summer. But I think he's got a reason to feel confident about this group. I mean, he's one of the best offensive coordinators in the game. He's proven, and he's got the pieces that he feels the most comfortable with now into year 3. He said he's the most comfortable that he's been with the offense. But I mean, he's got the reason to be excited about this group so far, and it's early. But I mean, you could just tell the way he's talking about these guys that he feels really good about the potential.
Yeah, I mean, one player in particular, Janiron Bonner, huge part of what he can do, just because of it. He said it in the interview, his toughness, what he does, how he plays the game, his leadership in the huddle. He's a quiet guy, but he packs a punch on the field. And, we asked him about the vertical threat, the explosive capabilities of all the guys in the wide receiving room. And it's clear, like, that's there, but it's got to be able to happen. And whatever you want to say about how the offense was run last year, who the quarterback was last year, and how maybe that hampered or limited whatever Dana wants to call, it's clear that this is probably a better fit for how Dana wants to call the offense. Now, Calandria's got to go out there and be able to do it. That's why, I don't want to drive the hype machine and say Calandria is going to be, Devin Dampier, what we saw in the bowl game last year against Utah. Like, a lot of this stuff that we think can happen, that we know could happen, they still got to go out and do it.
Listen, this isn't even just about the quarterback spot, although I do think it is probably a little bit better fit. But I think, look at the offensive line, right? I mean, Pritchett wasn't even starting until, week 4? And he started...
Yeah, game 5, it became a full-time starter.
So, I mean, it just... the offensive line was a little bit of a work in progress throughout the season. He just said it. We've talked about it. I think clearly going into this season, the wide receiver group is better on paper. You've got an All-American caliber tight end, Luke Lindenmeyer, coming off a really great season that... You added some more pieces there. And then you get a guy that, I told you, I've told this story so many times, but you could visit. You don't always see on coaches' faces like a reaction when somebody goes down and gets hurt. I mean, you could see the disappointment, but you could tell with Coach Holgorsen how much that impacted him last year during that first game when Janiron went down. And so getting a guy like that back, and then, he called the tight ends out, but he's definitely got a group of them that he's going to be able to work in, and he's not worried about the running backs. So I don't even think, a lot of people will want to point to the quarterback, but I just think overall, going into this season, the talent level is better at just about every position.
Yeah, and it's older. And
Yes.
go back to what he said in the beginning. That's a huge part of it. That's why retention is so important, because you have guys another year, like I said in the beginning, understanding the expectations of what it takes. And when you have a Luke Lindenmeyer that leads the tight end room, and Carter Nelson, who comes back, who has something to prove, and the 2 guys you get back on the offensive line, the amount of games that they've played, Elijah Pritchett in one of the big spots in the SEC, and even a guy like experienced guy like Paul Mubenga, who was in the SEC, Brendan Black, who's experienced, who's been a multi-year starter. So all that experience, it means something, and that's why, as long as you, knock on wood, everybody stays healthy, you have to have some optimism. You could just sense the way that the way the interview went is just he's excited about what the ceiling could be of the offense. And I'll say this too, and we'll hear from Damon Benning coming up in the second hour, and I think he would echo this too. In a world of RPO, run pass option, getting that back, or getting that in the offense with Dana Holgorsen, and the threat of a quarterback run on a 3rd and 6, and taking the quarterback and running him around right end, and freezing linebackers and edge rushers and safeties, it's a whole area of this offense that, let's face it, just was not there last year.
I know it's early and everybody's excited about their teams right now, but I just, again, just having those conversations with players and coaches and just the guys that are coming back and watching a little bit, I think got reason to maybe be hopeful about what this offense could potentially do, and they've said it. They want to be more explosive. So we will see, again, day 2, but I think they're off to a really, really great start. All right, got to get to a break. Coming up next, we're going to talk some Husker volleyball. Also, 402-413-2400 is that number if you want to text in or call in. We got the phone lines open. All the interns that are here pretty much, right?
Yeah, I mean, we got one for every segment.
Also, happy 1-year anniversary to Christopher Sullivan Diaz.
He got cookies. Eileen's cookies. Never heard of it until now.
Thanks to Camden, his now boss. So,
Camden's my boss, too. He didn't get me cookies.
You don't eat cookies.
That's true.
But anyway, so we've got plenty of interns, so we'll open up the phone lines for you. 402-413-2400. Woodhouse has been a trusted partner in your everyday since 1975. Shop for your next vehicle with the home team at Woodhouse and the official auto dealer of Nebraska Athletics. All right, coming up next, Husker volleyball. We're going to hear from Skyler Pierce. Keep it here on Sports Nightly.
McInnes Roofing and Sheet Metal, Nebraska and Iowa's go-to choice since 1981. Roofing, siding, windows, gutter, sheet metal, or repairs. Their team delivers quality you can rely on. For commercial or residential projects, trust McInnes Roofing and Sheet Metal. Visit McInnesInc.com. McInnes Roofing and Sheet Metal, Nebraska and Iowa's go-to choice since 1981. Roofing, siding, windows, gutter, sheet metal, or repairs. Their team delivers quality you can rely on. For commercial or residential projects, trust McInnes Roofing and Sheet Metal. Visit McInnesInc.com.
The next generation of Huskers starts now. Join the official kids club of Nebraska Athletics today to score access to select home games, a discount at the team store, and endless Husker spirit. Get the most of your membership by registering early. Go to Huskers.com/Kids Club to get your membership today. Again, Huskers.com/Kids Club. Go Big Red.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
When it comes to your business running efficiently day to day, you rely on technology and a network that is secure, fast, and has measures in place to help prevent downtime. At Hamilton Business Technologies, we know firsthand that reliability is business. We work with businesses across the state to implement managed IT solutions that keep your business running securely. As the official business IT partner of the Huskers, we're focused on providing custom solutions that set you up for success now and in the future. Reliability is business. Hamilton is business. Connect with us today at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
You show up for every Husker game because it's about more than football. It's about celebrating that Nebraska grit that's in our DNA. That same drive pushes you to get stronger, move more, and take care of yourself. To show up for the people and moments that matter most. We believe you have what it takes. That's why Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Nebraska covers preventive care with every plan. And our digital tools help you stay on track every step of the way. Blue believes in what you're made of. And Blue believes in you.
Feel like you're always on the run? Me too. As an independent financial professional, I help all kinds of busy people. Young families planning for college, couples working toward retirement, people securing their legacy. Wherever you are in life, Emeritus can help you get more out of life with insurance, employee benefits, and financial services. You're moving fast. Let's help make sure you're on the path to a fulfilling life. Find your next step at emeritus.com. Insurance products issued by Emeritus Life Insurance Corp.
Noddle Companies proudly supports the Huskers Radio Network. As a full-service leader in commercial real estate, we create thriving communities. Discover what's new in the Builders District in North Downtown, Noddle Hospitality's latest venture in Exarban Village, and the contemporary living of row house townhomes on Leavenworth. We're welcoming world-class concepts from men's fashion and great eats to gorgeous homes and green spaces, all professionally managed by Noddle Services. These are the Noddle Companies, building a better Nebraska. For more information, check us out on Facebook and Instagram.
Farmers demand equipment that works as hard as they do. For over 60 years, Sukup has been helping farmers protect their operation with industry-leading grain storage, drying, and handling equipment. Designed for performance, reliability, and peace of mind when it matters most, Sukup is proud to stand with the people who keep agriculture moving forward. Family-owned, farmer-focused. Visit Sukup.com to find a dealer near you today.
At At Woodhouse Cadillac, you can receive up to $5,000 in savings on the 2025 Cadillac XT5 Sport. Browse this offer and other current offers on the Cadillac lineup at our brand new state-of-the-art dealership located at 180th and Dodge. Visit WoodhouseCadillac.com today. With proof credit, must finance with dealer. Tax, title, license extra. $299 doc fee due at signing. Subject to current rebates. Offer applies to select stock numbers and available inventory. Stock number KK260261. Courtesy transportation vehicle with 4,285 miles. Offer expires September 30th, 2026. See dealer for details.
The Huskers Radio Network Broadcast Center is sponsored by Akrs, where it's mower season. Get 0% financing, professional setup, and local support you can't get at the big box store. Only at Akrs, the Midwest premier John Deere dealer. You know, the only thing that's been, I guess, a little bit weird to the start of camp is that it's been a little bit chillier, a little bit. It's not been hot at all.
It won't be that way next week.
Yeah. So it felt nice out there today.
It was nicer than yesterday.
Last year you were needing electrolytes and the
I
training staff to get
I've learned, as people can see my attire nowadays at fall camp. Damon says I try to look like a coach, but I'm dressing for comfort, you know? Yeah, people don't need to see me in a polo on camera. They want to feel like it's training
You need
camp.
a suit and tie.
Suit and tie?
Yes.
Okay, maybe we can start making that mandatory for radio games now. You think B-Mac's going to want to show up to games 8 hours before in a suit and tie?
Yeah.
He might not have a choice now. That's Jess's edict. Sorry, B-Mac.
So I think maybe we should talk about it. Maybe if we can get an NIL deal. I don't know. All right, let's continue our Husker volleyball preseason conversations. Again, a week from Sunday will be the red and white scrimmage. We'll keep talking more Husker volleyball as we get closer and closer to them starting their season, including John Baylor. I can't promote that enough because I'm so excited to see JB back in the studio. So he'll be here next week. But had a chance to chat with outside hitter Skyler Pierce, somebody that she was redshirt, which again we won't see many red shirts you won't call it that anymore. But she redshirted her freshman year. Last year saw a little bit of playing time, but someone that had a great spring and someone that Danny Busby Kelly really bragged on the growth that she has had in her overall game, and she's got a lot of confidence going into this season as she looks to earn more playing time. I had a chance to chat with her last week. All right, Skyler Rule, how has the summer been for you?
It's been really good, just busy. I feel like we've been all over the place, but it's been pretty fun, just fast.
How do you guys balance taking the time you need before you get to the season and all into camp, but also maintaining and training as well?
Yeah, I feel like our team really does a good job of filling our buckets when we can. So either on off days or time that we get off, or even being able to go home. I feel like we do a good job at filling our buckets, so we're ready to kind of be here for the season and be here for the next 6 months.
All right, so coming off last season, how did you evaluate kind of your role and how you might be able to even grow into that even more going into this season?
Yeah, I think last season really good. After coming off of my redshirt season, I think having the opportunity to find time on the court and getting little bits of time here and there was really good for me. And then I'm excited to see what doors open up for this season, what opportunities I get.
How about working with the setters now that you have some familiarity with both, Campbell and Bergen? What does that do for a hitter, just having that familiarity?
It's awesome. I mean, we're getting set by the best setters in the country, so it makes it pretty easy for us. So it's been nice to really have a lot of time to get to know them on and off the court, and then building that connection on the court with our setting, hitting rotation, and kind of figuring all that out. But it's been really good for us.
How do you guys go about that? Just again, because not everybody wants it the exact same. So how do you guys go about that communication of what works best for you?
Yeah, I think it's just a lot of talking after sets, or even like in between games, just like, hey, can I get this higher, shorter, faster, whatever. And the setters take a really good job at kind of taking that in and telling us what they need from us too. So it's really back and forth kind of conversation about it, and it kind of changes every single day, but we do a pretty good job at it.
What are some of the parts of your game that you really wanted to focus on before you go into season number 3 at the Huskers?
Yeah, I think a big thing that I focused on for the spring season was really passing and hitting. I think those are the two things that I can always improve on, and passing was something that I really wanted to work on, and I think I did a pretty good job of it this spring, so pulling that into this fall season.
What's the emphasis of that for this program? It's pretty high up there, right?
Yeah, I think our team kind of takes pride in passing and the defense and all that kind of stuff. I feel like John's did a really good job at training us in it, and Danny's been a great aspect to that too. So I think we've just really been amping on that and how we can be great passers this season.
A year now with Danny's system, what do you like about how she kind of gets you guys in the right places and how she kind of works the offense?
Yeah, it's a little, really honestly kind of similar to John's, but I feel like Danny does a good job kind of getting us more comfortable and just a little more in like a move on kind of mindset. And I feel like our team's done a really job at adapting to her kind of setting system and how it's pretty similar to John, just might be a little bit faster, but it's been pretty fun to see how Danny's just her light and how she coaches us has changed our team.
All right, so then, going into practices, how do you guys go about, their battles? We've heard about that going into, even going back to 3 years ago, just the way that you guys battle up against each other. But how do you guys manage, hey, we're going to compete, but then also maintaining that chemistry and camaraderie?
Yeah, I think it's the same thing, like a conversation. We talk about it at the end of our season, like what everybody needs or what people are kind of looking for in either hard times, good times, whatever. And I think our team does a really good job at leaving stuff that's on the court and not taking it outside of the court. So I think in all aspects of it, I feel like our team does a really good job of being really competitive on the team because we have really competitive girls on our team. And when we start playing with each other, it's all the competitive energy out there. But once we stop playing, I think we're back to being best friends right off the court. So we do a pretty good job at it.
What do you feel like you need to do coming into this camp to really solidify, a spot and your role here with this team this season?
Yeah, I think it's just working on the little things, making sure I'm still talking, solidifying my spot on the court, and make sure I'm just working on passing, hitting all the aspects of my game.
You look at the schedule and all the things that are upcoming for you guys. How excited does that make you to see just the venues that you're going to be playing in?
It's really exciting. I don't know another team that's really going as many places as we are, but it'll be really fun beginning of our season. Kind of be fun just to see what's out there and kind of compete against different teams that we haven't competed against in a while, so it'll be pretty fun.
Do you ever sit back and think about, because it's just expected, right? And what Husker Nation does and the amount of viewership you have. I know you guys are rock stars on the road, but just the fact that you guys are having these opportunities and not every program gets to get. Do you ever sit back and think about any of that?
All the time, especially I feel like this summer, just seeing all of the games that we're going to be able to play kind of like pop up and then kind of being solidified that we're selling tickets for us or doing media for it or blah, blah, blah. So I feel like it's kind of cool to realize that our fan base is going to be there and kind of seeing all the venues that we're going to be in. It's a unique experience for us because not a lot of teams get to do what we do. So,
have you thought about getting a big kill in Wrigley or Jerry World?
Yeah, a couple of times. I've had a couple of dreams about it, so it would be kind of cool to have it happen in real life and kind of get the full experience. But I'm excited for it all.
Great stuff. We really appreciate your time.
Yeah, thank you.
And that was Skyler Pierce as she enters season number 3 with the Huskers. But again, that competition and had a great spring, so we'll see how that carries over here into the fall.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to watch that, and I can't wait to see the entire team again. Like the depth when you watch the inter-squad scrimmage and on the 16th to see how good some of the backups are and how deep this team is. You'll really see that on display at PBA on the 16th.
So we have not actually passed this information along, but it's a really great opportunity. So they are holding a single game lottery. So you can sign up on huskers.com/tickets and you it's between, I guess, yesterday was August 5th and then Tuesday, August 11th. So you got to sign up by 5 o'clock on Tuesday and they're going to draw for your chance to purchase up to 2 tickets to one regular season match this season. And so a cool opportunity because normally there's no chances unless you're just buying them from secondhand dealers to get in to see this team at home during the regular season.
Yeah, it's a nice little deal, and it's hard to get tickets. We know, even with the, 15,500 capacity for volleyball at Pinnacle Bank. It's over 10,000 now at Devaney, and it is hard to get a singular seat at any of those venues for, especially this team and what the hype is for this team. It's not going to change anytime soon, how hard it is to get tickets.
Nope, it will not. So, yeah, that's a kind of a cool deal. So huskers.com/tickets if you're interested in potentially getting your name drawn to purchase tickets to a match this season. All right, going to get to a break. More coming up here on Sports Nightly right after this. Hy-Vee, where there is a helpful smile in every aisle. Hy-Vee proudly supports the Huskers.
Husker fans, single game tickets for Nebraska soccer are on sale now. Head to Barbara Hibner Stadium this fall to cash big matchups against Notre Dame, Alabama, USC, UCLA, and more. Want to catch every match? Season tickets are still available and start at $98. Get your tickets today by visiting huskers.com/tickets or by calling 1-800-8-BIG-RED.
Mike Rowe here with another random fact. Those cracks on your walls aren't just cosmetic. they could mean your home is sinking. Whether it's drywall cracks, exterior cracks, or sticking doors or windows, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to stabilize your foundation.
Groundworks, the official foundation company of the Huskers. Schedule a free inspection. Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
Nebraska. We're connected by more than fiber. We're connected by traditions, by hometown pride, by the sea of red on game day, by generations of fans who know what it means to cheer together. Allo is proud to be the connection behind those moments, bringing families together, keeping communities close, and helping Nebraskans stay connected to what truly matters. Allo Fiber, connecting what matters. Proud partner of Husker Athletics. Learn more at allofiber.com/Husker Radio.
You show up for every Husker game because it's about more than football. It's about celebrating that Nebraska grit that's in our DNA. That same drive pushes you to get stronger, move more, and take care of yourself. To show up for the people and moments that matter most. We believe you have what it takes. That's why Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Nebraska covers preventive care with every plan. And our digital tools help you stay on track every step of the way. Blue believes in what you're made of. And Blue believes in you.
Feel like you're always on the run? Me too. As an independent financial professional, I help all kinds of busy people. Young families planning for college, couples working toward retirement, people securing their legacy. Wherever you are in life, Emeritus can help you get more out of life with insurance, employee benefits, and financial services. You're moving fast. Let's help make sure you're on the path to a fulfilling life. Find your next step at emeritus.com. Insurance products issued by Emeritus Life Insurance Corp.
Nebraska football fans know what it takes to be the best. You've got to handle the heat, power through the cold, read the pressure. Same goes for the techs at John Henry's. They're trusted to perform when it's all on the line. When winter's driving hard and your furnace fumbles. When your thermostat is in the red zone. When the power goes out before the final whistle. Make the easy call.
Call 435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing.
And electrical.
Find your next vehicle at Woodhouse Buick GMC. Right now, you can save up to $13,000 off MSRP on the 2026 GMC Sierra 1500. Visit us in store or shop online at WoodhouseBuickGMC.com today. Woodhouse Buick GMC. We are professional grade. With approved credit, must finance with dealer, must own and trade in a 2012 or newer passenger vehicle. Tax, title, license extra. $299 doc fee due at signing. Offer applies to select stock numbers. Stock number V260747. Offer expires September 30th, 2026. See dealer for details.
Noddle Companies proudly supports the Huskers Radio Network. As a full-service leader in commercial real estate, we create thriving communities. Discover what's new in the Builders District in North Downtown, Noddle Hospitality's latest venture in Aksarben Village, and the contemporary living of row house townhomes on Leavenworth. We're welcoming world-class concepts from men's fashion and great eats to gorgeous homes and green spaces, all professionally managed by Noddle Services. These are the Noddle Companies, building a better Nebraska. For more information, check us out on Facebook and Instagram.
The Huskers Radio Network Broadcast Center is sponsored by Akrs, where it's mower season. Get 0% financing, professional setup, and local support you can't get at the big box store. Only at Akrs, the Midwest premier John Deere dealer. You like the music?
This is The Who. Trying to wait for the guitar solo, Pete Townsend.
I don't hear. No.
Our chat, our audience knows.
We do have a suggestion though for your short sleeve hoodies.
Okay.
Shane recommends you wear some jorts out there.
Jorts? I don't think that'd go over well.
Do you own jorts?
No.
You don't?
No. I only have gym shorts. I don't have I don't even know if I have any khaki shorts or anything like that.
Are you a jeans guy?
Yeah. I just don't. When I'm at work, I'll wear slacks. I don't wear jeans here. So This is pretty much all I do.
Well, maybe we could get some jorts going on. And maybe you
I think maybe it'd work. I think it'd work for me. Some jorts.
Anyways. Okay, so this is kind of a funny story today. Purdue has a new athletic director. And at his press conference today, it's Tommy McClellan. He was given his opening speech. And this is a quote, by the way. So he's in the middle of, giving his spiel. Quote, every recruit Every student athlete will hear this message repeatedly. We are here to win championships. We are here to win championships. If you don't want to win championships, go to Indiana.
When I saw it,
I thought it was AI.
I was floored.
I thought somebody just made that a video. I'm like, why would you say that?
Did anybody want to tell Tommy that college football happened last year? It existed. I mean, that's a really tough way to start your tenure, considering they've just created the biggest turnaround in college football history, like the history of the sport. That might be the most single fascinating national champion is the Indiana football team. And yeah, it's just.
You think he probably didn't proofread his speech to somebody?
Maybe not.
Like, if you're gonna make a joke like that, you not run it by somebody. I don't know. Like, I legit thought it was fake when I saw it.
No, it's real, and it's spectacular. I mean, it's just such a bad way to start. Maybe it doesn't matter in the end. Maybe I think they play each other this year, Purdue and Indiana. I mean, they do, right? They play in October or November? November? Yeah, it's a rivalry game. It's a trophy game, right? So, that's going to be ugly because Purdue's going through it right now. Like, Barry Odom's still trying to turn around that entire program.
Yeah.
And you are facing a team that's maybe not as good as last year, although, they've got a couple defensive linemen back with the new eligibility rules, at least for now, on part of already a good defensive line. I mean, they are going to show no mercy and then some. I mean, Barry Odom's probably like, thanks, Tommy. Appreciate that motivation in that rivalry game.
Tommy, I don't know why we don't, I don't know, proofread a speech before you get up there and do that.
Oh, my goodness. They just won it. Like, they just became one of the single best stories in sports ever.
So Oklahoma State, for example, they never won one, but they claim that they won one in 1929, and they went back and they hung a banner in their football stadium. It'd be like that. It'd be like OU criticizing Oklahoma State.
Well, also Indiana men's basketball, I know they've gone on some tougher times, but they've won 5 national championships.
Yes. Purdue's not won any.
And they're a basketball school. So, look, I'd love to get maybe Troy's reaction off the record about when he saw that, because sitting in those shoes, look, those can be intimidating environments, though, right? Like, you're in front of the media, the entire media for the first time.
If you're intimidated, if you're hired as a Big Ten athletic director and you are intimidated by that situation, you probably shouldn't have that job.
Probably not. Especially
that comes with it.
It's not like
it comes with it.
A Nebraska or Ohio State or Michigan.
And no offense against and even maybe a group of 4 type of, if you're the first time AD at one of those maybe, but a Big Ten, a Power 4 AD should not get up there and make a mistake.
There's got to be a follow-up to this. Did anybody ask him? Was this his opening statement? Do we know? Somebody would have had to say, Mr. McClelland, they just won a national championship. They just won.
Maybe he's not a football fan.
Then you probably shouldn't be a Big Ten AD, because you will get fired if you do not like football. Your entire job is based off the success of that single team.
I just was flabbergasted. I legit thought it was AI.
Somebody has to ask him. I'm sure we'll get some sort of response that comes out sometime soon to give us an explanation as to, was it a speechwriter who wrote it? Maybe it was AI.
Ron Burgundy?
Maybe it was AI pitching him a joke and he wrote it in Chat GPT.
And then he just read it without
still with the dashes in it. That Chat GPT does.
Ron Burgundy read the speech.
Yeah. No alterations. Can't go off script.
Wow.
I mean, the 5 national championships for men's basketball, I'm sure they've won in other sports too. But they are the ones that are wearing the crown in college's biggest sport as you give your speech.
6th in the country in the preseason.
Yeah, I need some sort of follow-up there, because that is a fascinating.
I wonder, did they not have a press conference? Why wouldn't anybody ask that question?
That's why I wonder if there's a follow-up. Maybe they just, the media's.
You just latched onto that one quote.
try to just
know.
like give him
the benefit of the doubt for day one.
To give him some grace, but I just wonder when he left the podium, like maybe he's deputy AD's like,
boy,
Tommy, like we need to talk.
Yeah.
Because this made no sense.
You probably should turn your phone off for a while.
This is going to go everywhere.
You might need to delete X.
It's just
for a bit.
I got to do some Googling here to see if there was a follow-up.
Oh, crazy stuff. All right, let's go ahead and get to a break. We're back for our final segment of hour number 1 next.
You show up for every Husker game because it's about more than football. It's about celebrating that Nebraska grit that's in our DNA. That same drive pushes you to get stronger, move more, and take care of yourself. To show up for the people and moments that matter most. We believe you have what it takes. That's why Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Nebraska covers preventive care with every plan. And our digital tools help you stay on track every step of the way. Blue believes in what you're made of. And Blue believes in you.
Husker fans, football season is right around the corner. We need you there to continue to make Memorial Stadium the best atmosphere in college football. You can now choose between 2 mini plans, a 3-game mini plan for $185 and a 4-game mini plan for $225. These plans are your best way to guarantee a ticket to the Indiana and Ohio State game and are only available while supplies last. To purchase today or for more information, visit huskers.com/tickets. Go Big Red.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
Summer's almost over, but with a new Toyota from Toyota's National Sales Event, you can turn your end-of-summer scaries into end-of-summer woes. In the mood for some elevated dining? Pack a picnic into a 4Runner and hit up a stunning mountain vista.
Whoa!
Haul a bouncy castle in a Tundra and get crowned the coolest dad at the park.
Whoa! I'm king of the castle!
Drive a Tacoma to the lake to go wakeboarding. Whoa! That was awesome air. Let's go again. Or take a BZ to an amusement park with friends. Whoa! Keep your woes going this summer in a new Toyota.
Event ends August 31st. Dealer inventory may vary. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Toyota, let's go places.
See your Omaha Metro and Lincoln Toyota dealers. Village Point Toyota of Omaha, Baxter Toyota of La Vista, Baxter Toyota of Lincoln, or Corwin Toyota of Bellevue.
Welcome back to Sports Nightly. Kyle Crooks, I'm Jessica Coody. Final segment here of hour number 1 of Sports Nightly. Another thing I wanted to hit on here. So Emily Eman, who I think does a great job covering college, not just Big Ten volleyball. She's with the Big Ten Network, but she does a lot for ESPN. I think she's one of the best in the volleyball broadcasting game. I've done a lot with her.
Got to get her on soon.
I've had her on over the course of the last few seasons. When we go to the postseason, she's extremely nice, very knowledgeable. I think pours a lot into studying the teams, talking to teams, and has done a really good job of promoting the sport. That being said, so she posted her early or preseason award predictions, way too early 2026 season award predictions. And she has on there player of the year is Kennedy Martin from Penn State, transferred from Florida.
Yep.
Was she there when you were at Florida?
Yep, she was.
Setter of the year is Bergen Riley. Libero of the year is Lola Shoemaker from UCLA. And then the freshman of the year is out of Wisconsin. And then coach of the year is Danny Busboom Kelly. I know she's probably thinking I got to spread it out, but
yeah, that's part of it.
Setter of the year, Bergen Riley, but I don't know if I agree with not having a Husker for player of the year. But it goes back to the conversation that we've had so many times is they kind of split each other's votes.
That's the thing is
like, how do you pick Andy Jackson, Harper Murray, Bergen Riley?
She works for the Big Ten Network. I mean, if you attach her to Truth Serum, she probably is putting 3 or 2 players.
Bergen Riley was the player of the year.
Andy Jackson's probably, if you do preseason, is your player of the year. Bergen Riley is your setter of the year, and DBK is your coach of the year. You could put Harper on there too, but there's probably she wants to spread the wealth and create notoriety for a lot of teams in the league. So you understand what she's doing there, but there probably should be a minimum of maybe 3, but I'm not going to get bent out of shape over that.
She did say, she quoted it and said, I debated Bergen versus Martin for a long time, so putting Bergen as a player of the year.
But she has the out of setter of the year, too.
What?
She has the out built in with setter of the year. You just get
Yes.
Bergen setter of the year.
Yeah. But she said, but I think Penn State absolutely has a shot of winning the Big Ten volleyball title.
I don't know about that. Again, I'm comparing my knowledge to hers. I mean, I have zero knowledge compared to hers, but I would doubt, considering what I just watched of the entire team that's about to return outside of Rebecca Alec, I would venture to guess that they probably don't.
I mean, look, they had a down year last year after upsetting Nebraska in the Final Four in Louisville the year before. So, but you know, with the additions that they got, they play, by the way, at Penn State Thursday, October 1st.
I just saw Amy Sharp on the TV, by the way.
Oh, you did?
There she is.
There she is. Amy Sharp on the TV.
Yeah.
So could Penn State be back in that mix this year? The Big Ten was not great, as good. I shouldn't say great.
Was it a clean sweep against Penn State last year
They
on the
swept
road?
everybody.
That's right, they did.
But here's the thing is, you know, the Big Ten has been such a power conference in volleyball for so long, and it was a down year last year, and they need to be better. It only helps the Huskers when the conference is better, makes them more prepared for the the postseason. And so I think it would be better. It would be beneficial for everybody if Penn State was better. Are they a title contender against Nebraska? I don't know if I want to go that far yet.
They just won a national championship not too long ago.
Yes, but they lost. They lost people from that team, and then they had the setter issue last year. But are they back? I don't know. We'll have to ask JB when he comes in on Tuesday.
By the way, we did get a TV assignment for Spikes Under the Lights, which we'd been asking about.
Yes.
TNT, True TV, both carry HBO Max if you have that. So it is very much, it's the same agreement that they have for, say, the NCAA tournament. So TNT, True TV, HBO Max will carry the Spikes Under the Lights on August 27th. So you do have a TV partner, and you will be able to watch. It won't be on a streaming service. Now HBO Max is a streaming service, but it's on TNT and True TV, so you will be able to watch.
Hannah Marie on the chat, she weighs in. She said, I think Bergen will be setter and player of the year. And she also says, I don't think Penn State is as good as people are talking them up to be.
Yeah, I have no expertise there.
Look, some of it might be just the benefit of being Penn State, you know, being one of those blue blood programs, if you will, in volleyball, and the fact that they've got a couple of pieces that they were able to add from the portal. We'll see. But
you also want to drum up interest, too, for the league. You don't just want to say that Nebraska is going to sweep everybody 3-0. That's no fun going into a preseason prediction. Yeah, nobody else has a shot. How would that sound in August?
I mean, it's
for
true,
drumming
though.
up interest? If it's true, but if you're in the business of...
No, I mean, look, we've talked about it. Going back to last year this time, I mean, how many times have we said and asked players if you would have said that you would have gone through the Big Ten unbeaten, in fact, unchallenged? You know, I don't think anybody would have expected the kind of run through the conference that they had a year ago.
That's why, I mean, anybody saying any other team is going to win, I'd have to see it to believe it, because I have a full season of evidence that would tell me to the contrary, that Nebraska, with the entire team, again, outside of Alec coming back, that this is a group that should pretty comfortably win the Big Ten. And you're going to have the tournament this year, too, which is different. You're going to have the Big Ten volleyball tournament, which is new. So that's a whole different wrinkle.
Yeah, that's going to be a kind of a fun addition. We'll see. I know that a lot of people, you know, want to point to, well, it was successful for the SEC. It hadn't been going on long enough to say, oh, it was successful for the SEC. I think, again, the Big Ten had a little bit of a down year. Some SEC teams got hot with an older Texas A&M team. But we'll see. But it's going to be fun addition. It adds to the already grueling season for this group. But we'll see how beneficial it is. All right, got to get to a break. Hour number 2 of Sports Nightly coming up. Damon Benning going to join us here in the hour. Keep it here on Sports Nightly.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
Mike Rowe here with another random fact. Those cracks on your walls aren't just cosmetic. They could mean your home is sinking. Whether it's drywall cracks, exterior cracks, or sticking doors or windows, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to stabilize your foundation.
Groundworks, the official foundation company of the Huskers. Schedule a free inspection. Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Being a Nebraska fan doesn't stop when the clock hits 0 and the game ends. It's every day, all day, home or away. With the Husker Visa debit card, free with FMBO free checking, you can be one who lives it, one who proves it. Show your pride every time you pay with the Husker Visa debit card, only at FMBO, the bank of Husker Nation. One for the loyal, one for the fans, one for you. Get yours today at fmbo.com/Huskers. Member FDIC.
Farmers demand equipment that works as hard as they do. For over 60 years, Sukup has been helping farmers protect their operation with industry-leading grain storage, drying, and handling equipment. Designed for performance, reliability, and peace of mind when it matters most, Sukup is proud to stand with the people who keep agriculture moving forward. Family-owned, farmer-focused. Visit Sukup.com to find a dealer near you today.
It's the summer sales event with the Ford crew.
Anna, what says summer to you?
Sunshine, road trips, camping.
And?
Ford being #1 in new vehicle quality among mainstream brands according to J.D. Power.
And?
And low APR offers with Ford credit financing on a select lineup of Ford trucks and SUVs.
My kind of summer.
For APR offer information, visit Ford.com or your local Ford dealer. For J.D. Power 2026 U.S. Initial Quality Study Award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Awards based on 2026 model year.
Good evening, I'm Matthew Mills, and our sports ticker is brought to you by the experienced advisors at Stonebridge Wealth Systems. Former Husker basketball forward Rank Mast has made the preliminary cut to represent the Netherlands at the FIBA World Cup qualifier. The roster was cut down from 24 players to 15 players and will be cut down once more to 12 players ahead of their first qualifying match against Germany on August 27th. 2 Nebraska soccer matches are set to air on the Big Ten Network. Their match against Notre Dame on August 20th and their rivalry game against Iowa on September 13th will be televised on the network. Other games can be streamed on Big Ten Plus. Nebraska football center Justin Evans was named to the Remington Trophy watch list, which is presented to the nation's most outstanding center. Evans is a longtime team leader for the Huskers, has started 31 games for the Huskers, and appeared in 38 games. And if you are planning to go to Husker football's Fan Day this Saturday, visit Huskers.com to get all the information you need, including a map of the Hawks Championship Center and the policies in place for the event. Our sports ticker is brought to you by Stonebridge Wealth Systems, navigating you to and through the retirement of your dreams. Local advisors, a disciplined process, the retirement compass. Visit StonebridgeIWM.com. Hour 2 of Sports Nightly is up next, right here on the Huskers Radio Network.
Coming to you live from Memorial Stadium, it's Sports Nightly. All the Huskers, all the time. Sports Nightly is presented by McKinnis Roofing and Sheet Metal, helping homeowners and businesses protect what matters most for over 45 years.
Infield and outfield straight up. Plumlee comes set on course at 2-1. Fastball is drilled in the air. Deep left field. There it goes. See ya! First career home run for Jeter Worthley. Comes in a massive moment. It's 2-0 Big Red.
Served by Olivia straight ahead to the back right. Clinton guides it to her setter. Gets it back. Swings. Big block. Harper Murray. 25-21. Nebraska survives the second set.
8 gets switched on. Deep left side. Weaver. 3 seconds to shoot. Deep left side. 1 on the shot clock. Hargroves. 3. You betcha. A buzzer-beating Central Valley 8-3 by Amaya Hargrove.
Now, here are your hosts, Jessica Coody and Kyle Crooks on the Huskers Radio Network.
Welcome back. Hour number 2, Sports Nightly here on the Huskers Radio Network. It is about time to kick off the Hall of Fame game, and there is some requests for you to do your best Chris Collinsworth impression.
Yeah, I don't, like I said, as you put me on the spot, I don't really have one. I don't know
You just did
why
it.
people thought that I have one. I guess he has a very consistent phrase, or at least one that gets used on TikTok a lot, that now here's a guy. Now here's a guy. That's just me in a gravelly voice.
Look a little creepy when your face when
Well,
you
you
say
got to
that.
get into character. What
You're,
can I tell you? There's a radio audience that didn't know that I look creepy.
Little mischievous.
Mischievous,
yes.
you say?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll take it. By the way, baseball commit today.
Yes.
Will Kaskie, Kaskie, not to be confused with Will Jeske, but he is from Kearney High School, and he's part of the 28 class. So the first verbal commit of the 28 class. Will Kaskie is joined the fold today. It was about a few hours ago, and trying to look. Senior year at Kearney, hit .337, on base of .419, .854 OPS. That's on base and slugging. Had 9 stolen bases, led the team. So a local kid from Kearney, Will Kaskie, has verbally committed to Nebraska baseball.
Good news. Good news.
Take it.
Hey, all the coaches talk about that, having keeping that
Keep it
local
local.
talent, that in-state talent. If you can keep it here, keep it here. Mike on the text line, will it be JB and Lauren on the call for volleyball this season? Yes, it will be. I don't know. Have we heard, is Coach Cook going to fill in again at any point? Camden, have we heard
On
any
radio?
of that? He filled in for a couple last season, and but
I'm not sure.
I do not know.
I think it's just a matter of if he goes to a match, JB just puts him on. So
No, but he actually filled in for Lauren last year a couple times because Lauren had a couple of conflicts, and so she she went to the bullpen, got a pretty good backup.
yeah, I'd say that's probably the best of the backups right there.
So yeah, we'll have Lauren on too. I have not confirmed with her recently, but JB, I do have confirmation that he will be here on Tuesday. So we are very excited about that. All right. So we've talked all week long, and I know it probably sounds like is it the Charlie Brown, the want.
It's the teacher. It's Charlie's teacher.
Yes, I don't know. I don't know if I've
You don't
seen
watch
it.
Charlie Brown?
No, I don't watch Charlie Brown, but I've heard the saying enough. And the Protect College Sports Act, again, is still looking like it's going to have some issues getting passed. That being said, we're seeing more and more reports of players that were of the 2022 class that played 4 years that want to be able to utilize the 5 and 5. Of course, there's been lots of courts and laws stuff, all that kind of stuff, kind of wrapped up in that, the Colorado ruling, all of that. But seeing more and more players that have been added to rosters, especially football here over the last couple of days.
Yeah, Indiana being most notable in that. They brought back in one of their defensive linemen who had a season-ending knee injury, one of their better defensive linemen, and Stephen Daly. So that's huge. And they did also add another one of their defensive linemen back. So that's a place that's probably a strength for Indiana coming into this year. And they get 2 of their guys back from last year, one who didn't play because of injury. And that's an elite defensive line that you're going to see here at Memorial Stadium. And I don't know. I mean, you could bring these guys in, but how long is this injunction going to stay, right? The NCAA is going to appeal it. So how long do these guys actually get to stay on the roster? That's the next question.
I think we're getting more and more. The more there's lawsuits and galore and courts, the athletes continue to win. We saw it in Georgia today, I believe, was the ruling today. We've seen a Houston basketball added a guy from Tennessee that they announced today, I believe, as well. So I feel like the more and more that we keep seeing these wins for the athletes in the courts, I think the NCAA is probably getting pretty close to just having to say, all right, everybody in 2022, you can come back.
I don't know. I think they're going to want to at least try to put their foot down on this. So Kellen Wyatt also was the other guy that came back, suffered an injury against Michigan State last year, but led the Big Ten in TFLs. He had 19 tackles for loss last year, 5.5 sacks. I mean, that's some decent numbers.
Yeah.
That's double the amount of, in terms of an individual, in terms of sacks that anybody from Nebraska had last year. The leader was, 2.5? He had 5.5 sacks, 19 TFLs, along with Stephen Daly, who's a big presence on the defensive line. That's going to make them probably the best D-line in the country. Now, again, we'll see where the appeal process gets. I'm not going to say with certitude that these two guys in all of these sports, that these guys that are getting a chance to play, that they get it when the season starts, that they're actually on the roster and eligible to play. I'm still not going to make that confirmation.
I don't know. Once it figures out your algorithm, I just keep seeing all these lawyers on here and of course
Who are they?
Lawyers.
Who was
lawyers.
that in the back? Well, there was a dig back there. It was CSD.
It was CSD. Of course it was CSD.
What a bad guy.
Again, I keep getting all these lawyers.
First Hall of Fame game punt of the year, by the way.
Lawyers.
What a beauty. You see this punt here? Oh, a beauty.
Give us your play-by-play. Let's go.
I can't. People have to wait till September 5th. I can't give that out for free. Come on.
Whatever. You sit down there at practice and do it in your head.
That's a big reason why I go to practice. It helps.
Anyways, I kind of have a feeling that players are gonna play. And we're going to see. Now, I don't know if it's as big as maybe what some people project it to be, but I fully believe we're going to see players win. How can the NCAA keep up with all these lawsuits? They're going to continue. And the more that players in the 2022 class win, the more they're going to keep taking them to court.
How does it factor into locker rooms, though? We talked about that yesterday. If you're somebody in the 2 deep on the defensive line that maybe is not a starter, but is a guy that could be second string, see your snaps go up 10, 15 more snaps a game, and then all of a sudden these 2 guys come in, you're probably not happy. So Kurt has to know that when you bring these guys back, there's production that comes with it, but there's also a hit to team morale.
I don't know. I just feel like at this day and age, we've been talking about that even with the NIL stuff, but I think kids and players understand that it's a business and it's not all fair, and not everything that that was promised is going to be fully delivered.
That's part of it. And also there's, if this College Sports Act goes into law, that there'll be the one-time transfer rule and all of that. But these guys, from what we've seen previous, they'll have the option with the Wild Wild West to move around and transfer if they don't like their situation for next year. But it puts some guys in a really tough spot because this is training camp. I mean, we're in camp now, and I just think it's crazy to think that you're adding 2 impact, essentially free agents, one that had 19 tackles for loss on August 6th.
Well, North Carolina today brought back their kicker from last year.
Yeah.
So that was.
That's not as impactful as some of these guys, especially for a national championship
I'm just saying,
contender.
for me, what I was seeing the most of was basketball players that teams were signing.
And that's even
players.
crazier.
And now we're seeing football players
with the morale aspect of it because they're smaller rosters
and that have already been through a summer of workouts and all of that. But I don't know.
That's why everyone thinks just bring back Jamarcus Lawrence. That'll solve everything. There's a lot that goes into that. There's roster numbers. There's people you brought in the transfer portal that you're paying a certain number of NIL that you want them to contribute. There's promises that have been made in recruiting these guys that can contribute. And if you don't fulfill those promises, it could hurt you in the future and give you a bad reputation. There's a lot that goes into you're putting in summer workouts. You're building chemistry. You're building morale. You're building what the offense is going to look like. And then Jamarcus Lawrence, who's a point guard, a leader on the floor, you add that. Yeah, it's going to help. But is it going to truly help in the end is the big question.
I don't know. We'll see. But again, I don't think this is getting anywhere close to being done is the problem. And that's it. You were texting me. It was the day that the Colorado ruling came out. You're like, when is this going to end? It doesn't
maybe
feel
with
like
this bill. But if this bill doesn't go through, then
I don't
we're
think
going
it's going to. That was the point. Is it just doesn't? It sounds like now there's 10 objections to it.
But how long until if this bill goes into law? How much fighting will be like, oh, we don't like this, we don't like that. And then it goes. And people are still going to probably cheat, right? We're just going to go back to it being under the table, I would imagine.
Sorry to be Debbie Downers, but you know who will pick this thing back up? It's Damon Benning. He's going to come up next here on Sports Nightly, talk some Husker football, because I know we get tired of talking about it, but it's the reality of it's here. And I feel like it keeps coming up in conversations that I've had, and it's certainly... Don't think that it's not being swept under the rug with the, as I said last night, with the administration here. It's very much, something that you certainly have to pay attention to and be ready for, no matter what happens.
One day at a time. That's all you could do at this point.
Listen, I'm glad that we have the leaders in the place that we do that, and it's not me or you.
Correct.
That's responsible.
Correct.
For navigating this thing, because man, I'm certainly glad I don't have to follow it every single second of every single day. That's for sure. All right, Damon Benning coming up next here on Sports Nightly. Going to dive into the early start of fall camp here with Kyle. That's up next here on the show. Woodhouse has been a trusted partner in your everyday since 1975. Shop for your next vehicle with the home team at Woodhouse and the official auto dealer of Nebraska Athletics.
Right now at Woodhouse Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, get 0% APR for up to 84 months on all new 2026 Grand Cherokee and Grand Cherokee L models during the Make This the Summer event. Or enjoy 10% off MSRP on all in-stock 2026 Ram 2500s and Ram 3500s. 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Woodhouse Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Blair and Bellevue. With approved credit, tax title license extra when financed with Stellantis Financial Services. $299 doc fee due at signing. Offer expires September 30th, 2026. See dealer for details.
Husker fans, the 2026 Nebraska football season is quickly approaching, and we need you in the Sea of Red at Memorial Stadium this fall. Single game tickets for all 7 home games start at just $45 and are now available in both end zone and sideline seat locations. These tickets are only available while supplies last, so get yours today before they're gone. To purchase your Husker football single game tickets or for more information, visit huskers.com/tickets. Go Big Red.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
Mike Rowe here with another random fact. Those cracks on your walls aren't just cosmetic. They could mean your home is sinking. Whether it's drywall cracks, exterior cracks, or sticking doors or windows, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to stabilize your foundation.
Groundworks, the official foundation company of the Huskers. Schedule a free inspection. Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Farmers demand equipment that works as hard as they do. For over 60 years, Sukup has been helping farmers protect their operation with industry-leading grain storage, drying, and handling equipment. Designed for performance, reliability, and peace of mind when it matters most, Sukup is proud to stand with the people who keep agriculture moving forward. Family-owned, farmer-focused. Visit Sukup.com to find a dealer near you today.
Being a Nebraska fan doesn't stop when the clock hits 0 and the game ends. It's every day, all day, home or away. With the Husker Visa debit card, free with FMBO free checking, you can be one who lives it, one who proves it. Show your pride every time you pay with the Husker Visa debit card, only at FMBO, the bank of Husker Nation. One for the loyal, one for the fans, one for you. Get yours today at fmbo.com/Huskers. Member FDIC.
Nebraska football fans know what it takes to be the best. You've got to handle the heat, power through the cold, read the pressure. Same goes for the techs at John Henry's. They're trusted to perform when it's all on the line. When winter's driving hard and your furnace fumbles. When your thermostat is in the red zone. When the power goes out before the final whistle. Make the easy call.
Call 435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing. Heating and air.
And electrical.
Feel like you're always on the run? Me too. As an independent financial professional, I help all kinds of busy people. Young families planning for college, couples working toward retirement, people securing their legacy. Wherever you are in life, Emeritus can help you get more out of life with insurance, employee benefits, and financial services. You're moving fast. Let's help make sure you're on the path to a fulfilling life. Find your next step at emeritus.com. Insurance products issued by Emeritus Life Insurance Corp.
Technology isn't just a part of your business, it is your business. At Hamilton Business Technologies, we believe that the right technology tools make all the difference. From seamless phone systems to secure cloud solutions, we empower Nebraska businesses to stay connected, protected, and ahead of the competition. Your technology isn't an afterthought, it's your competitive edge. Let the official business IT partner of the Huskers show you how technology helps drive business success. Technology is business. Hamilton is business. Connect with us at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
The Huskers Radio Network Broadcast Center, sponsored by Akrs, where it's mower season. Get 0% financing, professional setup, and local support you can't get at the big box store, only at Akrs. The Midwest premier John Deere dealer. Back on Sports Nightly, Kyle Crooks here in studio with the man that's here because fall camp has started, and he's always around a football field somewhere, and that is Damon Benning. Works on the Husker Radio Network, has so many different endeavors, but he joins us now. Damon, it is good to see you. It's good to have football back. It's good to have football practice back. Yeah, this is your favorite time of year, is it not?
It is, and I get to hang out, and you were one of the first people that I look for at practice. It's very quiet, hard to find, blending in
the corner.
You look like you dress like a coach. I love the attire.
I've changed that, so that was the biggest difference. Last year I showed up in polos and slacks. It was 98 degrees.
Yeah.
This year it's like, well, I'm going to dress for comfort.
Yeah.
Why not?
I thought you might have been on staff.
Yeah, that'd be a disaster if I was on staff. Coach Rule would get rid of me.
You got one of those voices that could carry if you wanted to convey a message, though.
Yeah, I just don't use that amplified voice all that often, only when I have to.
Well, hopefully when they score, we'll hear it a lot.
That's right. So, there's a lot going on. We were talking before we started going live. We got Spider-Man, Odyssey. You're a big movie guy. Mm-hmm. So what is on DB's laptop at 3 a.m?
So right now I just finished. Well, I wouldn't finish. I'm in season 3 of Tulsa King.
That's Stallone, right?
Yes, it is. I didn't think I'd like it. I watched the first 4 or 5 episodes of season 1, and I ended up binging a season and a half in almost 3 days. So that would be 15 episodes I watched in 3 days.
And yet you're watching the Dodgers at night. You're watching all these things. You're hosting a talk show. I've asked you this. I don't know how you watch all these things.
Yeah, it's not healthy. The first thing I did leaving practice was I went down to where they have their drinks in the cooler area, and there's like this cherry drink that the guys make. It's only about 6 ounces. Mm-hmm. And in it, there's supposed to be a sleeping component. So I carry about 6 of those in my pocket at a time because I'm afraid of just about everything else. People have said like Xanax and all these other, not Xanax. Oh, no, heaven forbid, not Xanax.
That's old tea. Yeah.
What's the other sleeping? Melatonin. That's what I was thinking.
It's all
yeah.
the same
If it was Xanax, you and I, we'd be in trouble. So I'm always looking for aids, but I'm afraid of any addictive component. As you
Cherry juice is not going to get you addicted to it, so you're good.
As you know about my behaviors, considering you're always making fun of me, so it's good.
You talking about carrying around cherry juice? I mean, you got talcum powder, you got baby powder. There's a pouch right behind DB as we talk right now.
OCD is alive and kicking, buddy.
We got a lot of OCD in the booth, and I can't wait to get this season started. But just overall impressions, first couple days of fall camp, guys are out there and, they're not thudding quite yet, but they're going through some team stuff, individuals, and you get to see the guys in an organized practice setting for the first time since spring.
So there's a couple things without reading too much into notepads. Number one, I like the organization, right? You've got a few new faces. I like the continuity. The staff has had some new faces. The roster has a few tweaks in terms of new faces in some different places. So I like the continuity. It moves brisk. I like the efficiency, a couple hours. It's very quick. They get to and from. It's highly organized. So I like structure. Weird. I like routine.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, just the guys that are staying after, right? Whether it's Bonner on the jugs machine or Luke Lindenmeyer or, Barney catching punts or position groups spending time with each other post-practice. The last thing you want to see when practice, that horn blows and, everybody does their individual group stretching is guys scatter, right? I like kind of the milling around by position groups because I think it helps you help hold each other accountable. You can quickly revisit, give the cliff notes of the day before you have the second parts of your meetings and the film actually rolls. So I like that part of it. And then the other thing is they've got some really competitive groups. Now we'll see whether it's competition because you don't have a guy or competition because you have multiple guys. So that's the part. Those are some of the early things that I like right now.
Yeah, and you're a coach, so you see the details when you go out to practice of how guys teach. We were talking out on the practice field when you watch some of these individual position coaches that maybe some of the new guys that have come in, you're pretty high on how they're teaching the details.
Yeah, I like the fact you asked me good questions on the field. So, I'm demoing on guys out there that are strangers, so I had to apologize to a few people. But you got me going kind of just talking about the teaching aspect. So I'm using guys as guards and tackles out there and having to apologize. But I'm like, hey, I'm sorry you don't know me. You're just going to be my left tackle for the moment.
Just stand still for a second.
Stand still for a second. But, I think that's the – if you and you and I've talked about this, so we can just say this out loud. Like, if you ask me what I think the biggest difference is early, and not just an early spring or 4 months of OTAs, because that's vastly different, right? I haven't seen a lot of that, but I told you early on I like it because football's on tape. You get a chance to have seen people's movements, and then you've got 4 months to train and work what was on tape in the spring. You didn't have to hit the road, right? Like, I just like that. But primarily what I really like is we're back to teaching. Good, hard fundamentals. I watch Corey Brown. I watch Coach Manning. I spent a lot of time kind of in that D-line edge room. Good, heavy hands, hand placement, the attention to detail and how to split doubles. So those little things where if I have interior guys – like tackles, when I call either a nose tackle or a D tackle, anybody that's going to play anywhere from a 3 technique to a shade, they're getting taught that specific and finite of movements and fundamentals. So I think the interiors have a chance, just not only being a year older, but just a different voice. I like that development. The edge guys have true edge guys now. So I'm either a weak side end or I'm a closed or a strong side end, where I know I'm either setting the edge or I'm getting after the passer. So I get to watch Coach Manning just teach pass rushing as an art form, how to get to the top of the rush, how to close and get to the quarterbacks. I love the attention to detail. I watched Coach Yelk be specific about numbers and where to be on the hash and a 45-degree angle versus, a 60-degree angle. It doesn't seem like much, but how often do we watch something and we say, gosh, that's a bad angle, right? So the outcomes have to be intentional. You don't just luck into outcomes. And it reminds me, and they're not there yet, so hear what I'm saying clearly. On visits or covering other schools when I was working with the Big Ten Network or just going through the recruiting process as a parent, I got a chance to see and hear from a lot of different defensive coordinators. And early on, this is probably 3 or 4 years ago, I used to listen to Coach Parker because we had taken so many visits to Iowa, and he would split the hash to the boundary with the amount of yards, from hash to hash with the amount of yards, and how far the field is wide. And I thought it was like, gosh, this is a little tedious. He would quiz the guys. And then he would talk about efficiency of movements, how to get where you need to be in the shortest amount of time, negotiating, just basically playing geometry. And so when I see that recreated from a guy that I know has had a tremendous amount of success coaching defense, when I see Coach Orich and Coach Yelch, teaching angles and degrees and efficiency of movement, I can't help but to get excited. It's right. It's very nuanced, but at the end of the day, it's simple enough where I think you can allow the guys just to go play ball. I love that aspect. I always tell people, if you want to be really good at what you do, the everyday thing has to become almost boring, where it's just something you do, where you can repeat the same thing at a high level every single day. When you get to that point, you start to give yourself a chance to fall back on your training when it comes crunch time, i.e. the fourth quarter, and in one-score games where Nebraska has really struggled. I'm hoping it will pay dividends when you combine it with the rigor and the stuff that I think Coach Campbell put them through this offseason. Us old former players don't agree on much, but what we will agree on is the rigor that I think they went through and being in tough, uncomfortable situations, high leverage, stressful situations, having to perform through failure, not to failure, but through failure. I'm hoping will pay dividends.
Yeah, and that's what a lot of what those summer months are about. We had
it was tough.
We had Corey in here and just talking about how guys really had to push through. I mean, it was a tough off season, but when you have those November conversations, that's part of it, right?
And it's weird too because you'll hear the guys say, "Hey, listen," and fans don't get excited about this because they'll call it off-season talk. Well, we're winning the off-season, or just play ball, or talk is cheap. But when you have players in a program long enough with an 83% retention rate, and they can compare year 1 to year 2 to year 3 to year 4, you need that because you can evaluate growth. And when they talk about rigor and the degree of difficulty, you knew that you couldn't do the same things that you were doing the previous 3 years. You had to take the data, analyze what you were doing, and be able to do it better. And I enjoyed this offseason. I'll put it like that.
Chatting with DB, Damon Benning, part of the Huskers radio network. When you look at this camp, individuals, and the biggest name of all is Anthony Calandria. We know his skill set. What is it that you want to see out of him in this next month of training camp, right? Because you're going to have your team on team and all those things, and his speed will be on display, but is it a leadership standpoint? Is it the way you command a huddle as a guy that comes in, which we saw a lot in spring, the competitive side? What is it about him that maybe you want to see in the next month?
So it's two things. Number one, just the freedom to be his authentic self. I think lacking is probably too strong of a word, but you need authenticity in that quarterback room. I think it's got to start up front, O-line, D-line, with the character of your team if you want to be a good football team. But you need authenticity in that quarterback room. And so just to have him be whatever his personality is, be that. That's number one. Number two is, he's had some ups and downs, and so be the guy that can handle a sticky situation, put it in a rearview mirror, and move on. It's not always going to be rainbows and butterflies. It's not always going to be perfect, but the continual competing, I think, is something that I want to see, because too often in the last 7, 8, 10 years, and it's not his burden to bear, so hear me clear there, but too often one or two things that have happened have gone, and the team has gone south, right? A bad onside kick overseas, or a misplayed ball on third down in Boulder, and we've seen it spiral. We saw what happened at Penn State, right? You give up a 3rd and long, or Minnesota with an untimely penalty when you should have got off the field down a point, right? What happened after that? So I want to see, in particular at the quarterback spot, being able to push through, a tough situation and keep competing. When you start to build resiliency and resolve, you're going to give yourself a chance late in games. And so I kind of want him to go through that this fall camp.
Yeah. And we were talking, too, just the difference between, going back to the defense, 3 down and a 4 down.
Yeah.
Maybe it simplifies the game a little bit for Riley Van Poppel or some of those tackles. When you look at a 4 down, how much do you think this specific roster, there's certain rosters that maybe are better for a 3 down or what have you.
Yeah, I agree.
So, but this specific system, why does it help this specific roster?
That's a fantastic question, because by heart, right? I coordinated defense. I'm a 3 down guy, and so I don't care whether it's 3 down or 4 down. There are multiple ways to skin a cat defensively, but why I like the questions you're talking specific. So you have those tweeners, guys that have been tweener types, where sometimes you'd see Cam Lenhart, even on run downs, be playing in a 3 technique. Well, he's 265 pounds, right? He's a good speed rush D tackle on 3rd and longs, but maybe not always ideal or playing to his strengths. And a 3 down, playing a 4 technique against a tackle, right? But you put him in a 4 down with 2 interiors, a nose and a D tackle, and you let him play like the open or close side end. Oh, he's ideal. He's big enough and strong enough to set the edge where he can hold point against the tight end, and you've simplified his roles. He's either getting vertical and rushing the passer, or he's setting the edge, right? Like, that's what you do. So you look at a guy like, Riley Van Poppel or Tyson Terry or Stoutmeyer. I don't have to worry about playing, head up on a tackle versus outside shoulder of a guard. I am an interior lineman, and I know I'm handling guard, center guards. That's what I'm doing. I'll let the edge guys, a William Renari, who looks like a power forward, long, lean levers. Big difference between him playing head up on a tackle, giving up most of his leverage, versus being on an outside shoulder in a 5 or a 7 against a tackle or a tight end where he's a true end. It's just different. And I think it's a little more freeing. And with these guys in particular, I'm glad I'm going to keep talking about specifics.
Because 3 down is not necessarily.
It doesn't mean you can't accomplish.
It's the personnel that you have.
It is. It doesn't mean that you can't get this done, because again, I'm a 3 down guy. But it also cleans it up. If you have a good nickel, it also cleans up your run fits for your secondary, because you're gapped out up front. Like, I've got 4 guys for 4 gaps, so I don't have to read it on the fly as much from 2nd to 3rd level. Now, you can lose a little bit of your versatility, right, which is why I kind of like the 3 down, but your roles are much clearer in being defined, at least pre-snap.
Yeah. The tight end room, we talked a little bit about that too, and the possibility of depth. The reality is, for the fans and all of it, and I get it, it's going to be prove it for a lot of it. I mean, Luke had a career year, but Carter Nelson had the offseason kind of cleanup surgery on his shoulder. Looks good out there.
Yeah.
Eric Ingerson looks like an NFL tight end. I mean, just physically.
I like what you said. How is he? You looked at Ingerson, you're like, how is he not playing? I was like, oh, he will.
He's a big dude, but let me ask you this. Maybe from a layman's perspective, but a mobile quarterback in Calandre who can boot, get outside the pocket, how does that free up the tight ends a little bit?
You're always open, right? I like that, especially with how Nebraska can play 12 personnel where they're in one back or two tight ends, or sometimes you see them get in 22 personnel where it's two backs, two tight ends. Whomever's on that backside of Lindenmeyer, whether it's Danny King or Ector Knock or Carter Nelson or Luke Sorensen. Ingerson is probably more of a front side guy where you wouldn't put him on the move. Bonner, a guy that I'm a huge fan of. You got a lot of versatility. And when you start talking about counter and boot, you can use those tight ends as either second pullers or window dressing in the passing game, right? So the illusion or the RPO game is alive and kicking, because with the versatility in that room, you start to be able to get pretty creative with a dual threat quarterback.
Yeah. Tell me this, how important it is to have a dual threat quarterback, one, to be able to freeze linebackers in the RPO game.
Yeah.
That, you could, Dylan was.
We saw that in the last couple of days, right? Like
yeah.
that RPO, it's tough.
I mean, you see it at practice, and you see the fake and the pull and the keep from Calandria, and that's just an element that, quite frankly, wasn't there last year. But that's in the past. How does that put defenses in conflict? How does that change the game plan, say, for when you go up in the Big Ten against Michigan State in late September, when it's going to freeze linebackers, it's going to freeze safeties? It's a whole element of this offense. Just how much does that mean?
It's huge. I mean, the RPO game is, you can't take away both. So you'll have defensive coordinators that, hey, listen, we'll run players first. Or, if I want to put a guy in conflict as an adjuster, then, hey, listen, we're going to stop the pass first. Oh, wait, let's pay attention to down and distance. If it's second and long or third and long, we're not going to honor the run. So the more you put me in conflict, the more situational it is. And on defense, that's not what you want. You want to be able to do the dictating. So when you add like what I would call a true triple, where you have a give component, you have an inside run component, you have an outside run component, your QB, and you have a passing threat, it's hard to play fast defensively without giving up something, right? You're going to be slow somewhere. Like, those hangers or those outside guys, they know, hey, I'm going to be late to the run because I have to honor the pass game. I'm in coverage. Okay, that should be a 4 or 5 yard gain if read correctly. When you have a guy that can make decisions like that on the fly and keep plays alive, you're a little more tentative defensively. You're a little less reluctant to bring pressure because there's voids. And when you pressure guys that can run, that make you play 11 on 11, i.e. a running quarterback, there's no extra run defender, right? It's mano y mano. They make you play 11 on 11, so there technically should be no free runner hitter. Somebody has to account for the quarterback. You just can't play as fast.
I just saw the nightmare in the bowl game of trying to defend a Dampier, Devin Dampier. Yeah. It's a whole different facet that changes a lot for this offense. DB, it's always good to see you, man.
Yeah, I love it, man. My days go better when I spend more time with you.
Yeah, and what do we watch? What's the next thing up? So once Tulsa King's done,
we're going with the Lioness. I keep hearing how good it is. I missed the first 2 seasons. I'm a huge Zoe Saldana fan. I hear she's pretty tough in this, so it was a Jess recommend. It was recommended by a ton of people. I think I'm gonna go with the Lioness.
And Tarek Skubal for your Dodgers.
Yeah, he's a little shaky a couple nights ago in Chicago, but they've got our number. They'd won 4 in a row before the Dodgers got off the schneid, and earlier in the season, I'm happy with the acquisition. I need Glass now. I need Snell. Edwin Diaz looked a little shaky last week. They got a ton of depth. I get it, but their teams now, the Phillies, the Braves, certainly the Cubs, and the National League are going to be a problem. So, I mean, I love the acquisition, but people forget we were a stuck ball in the fence against Milwaukee away and 2 outs away from getting beat by the Jays. There are no sure things in baseball.
I don't want to hear any Dodger fans complaining. It's the reason we're going to have a work stoppage next year.
Listen, I mean,
you've ruined the sport, DB.
Well, the NFL gets away with the NFL gets away with breaking antitrust laws all the time, right? It's like they've just made it a way of doing business. So I don't know if you're going to get those guys to collectively bargain a salary cap when you still don't enforce owners spending their cash surplus or understanding arms and when to start rookie. Like, there's a lot of things that have to change about the fundamentals of how front offices do payroll before you start worrying about salary caps. They go hand in hand.
I hear you. Damon Benning, you're the man.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
DB joining us here on Sports Nightly. More of the show right after this.
The next generation of Huskers starts now. Join the official kids club of Nebraska Athletics today to score access to select home games, a discount at the team store, and endless Husker spirit. Get the most of your membership by registering early. Go to Huskers.com/kids club to get your membership today. Again, Huskers.com/kids club. Go Big Red.
Every year, Nebraska comes together. Across small towns, big cities, living rooms, and stadium seats, one thing connects us all. It's more than athletics. It's community. It's tradition. It's home. Allo is proud to keep connections strong with 100% fiber internet and hometown service built for Nebraskans. Stay connected to what matters with Allo Fiber, proud partner of Husker Athletics. Learn more at allofibers.com/Husker Radio.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
Mike Rowe here with another random fact. Those cracks on your walls aren't just cosmetic. They could mean your home is sinking. Whether it's drywall cracks, exterior cracks, or sticking doors or windows, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to stabilize your foundation.
Groundworks, the official foundation company of the Huskers. Schedule a free inspection. Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
You show up for every Husker game because it's about more than football. It's about celebrating that Nebraska grit that's in our DNA. That same drive pushes you to get stronger, move more, and take care of yourself. To show up for the people and moments that matter most. We believe you have what it takes. That's why Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Nebraska covers preventive care with every plan. And our digital tools help you stay on track every step of the way. Blue believes in what you're made of, and Blue believes in you.
Feel like you're always on the run? Me too. As an independent financial professional, I help all kinds of busy people. Young families planning for college, couples working toward retirement, people securing their legacy. Wherever you are in life, Emeritus can help you get more out of life with insurance, employee benefits, and financial services. You're moving fast. Let's help make sure you're on the path to a fulfilling life. Find your next step at emeritus.com. Insurance products issued by Emeritus Life Insurance Corp.
Being a Nebraska fan doesn't stop when the clock hits 0 and the game ends. It's every day, all day, home or away. With the Husker Visa debit card, free with FMBO free checking, you can be one who lives it, one who proves it. Show your pride every time you pay with the Husker Visa debit card, only at FMBO, the bank of Husker Nation. One for the loyal, one for the fans, one for you. Get yours today at fmbo.com/Huskers. Member FDIC.
Noddle Companies proudly supports the Huskers Radio Network. As a full-service leader in commercial real estate, we create thriving communities. Discover what's new in the Builders District in North Downtown, Noddle Hospitality's latest venture in Exarban Village, and the contemporary living of row house townhomes on Leavenworth. We're welcoming world-class concepts from men's fashion and great eats to gorgeous homes and green spaces, all professionally managed by Noddle Services. These are the Noddle Companies, building a better Nebraska. For more information, check us out on Facebook and Instagram.
Nebraska football fans know what it takes to be the best. You've got to handle the heat, power through the cold, read the pressure. Same goes for the techs at John Henry's. They're trusted to perform when it's all on the line, when winter's driving hard and your furnace fumbles, when your thermostat is in the red zone, when the power goes out before the final whistle. Make the easy call.
Call 435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
And electrical.
Woodhouse has been a trusted partner in your everyday since 1975. Shop for your next vehicle with the home team of Woodhouse and the official auto dealer of Nebraska Athletics. Welcome back to Sports Nightly with Kyle Crooks. I'm Jessica Coody. Great stuff there with DB, as always.
It was a lot of fun. Always great catching up with my man, Damon Benning.
Always.
We went really football nerdy in that conversation, which I enjoyed. Because I like learning things.
We were joking yesterday at practice. We were doing like examples.
Yeah, he took Jonathan Bateman, made him
center.
traffic cones. You
Jonathan
were playing
Bateman was involved
right guard.
in the action.
He was left guard.
He's teaching us how they were doing hand placement.
He was just pulling people in, saying,
Yes.
"Excuse me I'm sorry to interrupt your conversation, but can you play left guard for a second? Thank you."
Well, it is. We're winding down on these things, but we still have a couple more weeks. It should have been yesterday, but we cater to Matt Mills around here.
Unbelievable.
So, but she is helping me out on Fan Day on Saturday, so I'm happy to oblige this week. So we've got Throwback Thursday instead of Win That Wednesday. Win That Wednesday.
Yeah. It's Win Dat Wednesday on a Thursday.
Yes. So.
Ready?
Yeah, we're ready.
I'm born ready.
First year, Michael Phelps won his first gold medal.
First gold medal?
2000.
2008.
2004.
2004.
Yes.
Okay, so it was Athens.
Yeah, Athens.
Not Beijing. Beijing is when he went off.
I'm a big Michael Phelps
break,
fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're a swimmer.
Yeah.
Teach swimming.
Yes.
Did you teach Michael Phelps?
I did. Everything you knew.
Other things in 2004, Eli Manning refused to go to the Chargers. Duke Rude and Anthony Calandria were born.
Wow.
You guys are old.
Kanye West releases the college
dropout.
Yeah. And Martha Stewart went to jail that year.
Wow.
Big fan.
Yeah.
Those are some
All right.
nuggets. At least we're not talking about war today.
Was that tax evasion?
I think it was, or it was insider trading.
Insider
I
trading,
believe is what it was,
yeah. No Scud missiles shot by North Korea today? Or?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Not that I can see. All right, this one we're going to go way back.
Okay.
The last ever, so this is prior to the current bare knuckle fight league, okay? The last ever sanctioned bare knuckle heavyweight championship fight lasted 75 1-minute rounds.
Jeez, who are these two people still alive?
1925?
They are not around. I can almost guarantee that. We're looking for earlier. The Eiffel Tower opened in Paris.
Okay. We're going throwback.
Husker Baseball was founded this year.
Okay, I should know this.
Vincent van Gogh painted The Starry Night. And North Dakota, South Dakota, Montana, and Washington were named U.S. states.
1907?
Even further.
Wow, they haven't been states for that long, considering 1915?
Well, further
behind.
back.
Like
1895.
We're closer.
1890.
Even
Collective.
closer.
1891.
Further.
88.
1888.
We got a sandwich.
1889. Wow.
That was a crazy year. That bare knuckle heavyweight championship fight.
That's probably electric.
75 1-minute
Let's
rounds.
see that with the interns.
They'd probably have that on Netflix in
Yeah.
1888.
All right.
1898.
Let's see that with the interns.
Bare knuckle fight? Bring it on.
Actually, the fight ended in a towel throwing.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah.
Who are the names of the guys?
Let me see if I can. Okay. John L. Sullivan successfully defended his last heavyweight bare knuckle prize fighting championship when Jake Kilran's trainer throws in the towel after 75 1-minute rounds near Hattiesburg, Mississippi. Hattiesburg, Mississippi. Excuse me. So yeah.
You got one more? Or are you done?
I do have one more.
We got 1 more minute.
We'll
Fly
do quick.
through it.
All right. Pluto was reclassified as a dwarf planet. Nintendo released the Wii gaming console. John Cook wins his 200th match as a Huskers head coach.
2001?
Later than that.
Yeah, it's got to be later, right?
Yeah.
No. Oh, yeah. Duh.
Kobe scored 81 points.
81. That was 2000.
7?
No.
8?
2009. 2005. It was against Jalen Rose and the Raptors.
Yeah. Again, we're sandwiched.
2007. 2006.
2006, yep. U.S. population reached 300 million that year as well.
Well done. This is my favorite time of the week, every week, outside of Trivia Tuesday now.
one week.
I'm back on top, CST.
Hey,
You're
when
very
you said that, he
finical.
shook his head, and then you go outside of Trivia Tuesday, and Chris is back with us.
Fickle. I said finical. What's finical?
Finical?
Fickle.
We create
Anyways.
words here on HRN.
Throwback Thursday here. Our Wind Out
Wednesday on a Thursday.
On a
Thank you.
Thursday with Maddie Mills. Got to get to break. We're back to wrap up the show next.
McInnes Roofing and Sheet Metal, Nebraska and Iowa's go-to choice since 1981. Roofing, siding, windows, gutters, sheet metal, or repairs. Their team delivers quality you can rely on. For commercial or residential projects, trust McInnes Roofing and Sheet Metal. Visit McInnesInc.com. McInnes Roofing and Sheet Metal, Nebraska and Iowa's go-to choice since 1981. Roofing, siding, windows, gutters, sheet metal, or repairs. Their team delivers quality you can rely on. For commercial or residential projects, trust McInnes Roofing and Sheet Metal. Visit McInnesInc.com.
Husker fans, single game tickets for Nebraska soccer are on sale now. Head to Barbara Hibner Stadium this fall to cash big matchups against Notre Dame, Alabama, USC, UCLA, and more. Want to catch every match? Season tickets are still available and start at $98. Get your tickets today by visiting Huskers.com/tickets or by calling 1-800-8-BIG-RED.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
Summer's almost over, but with a new Toyota from Toyota's National Sales Event, you can turn your end-of-summer scaries into end-of-summer woes. In the mood for some elevated dining? Pack a picnic into a 4Runner and hit up a stunning mountain vista.
Whoa!
Haul a bouncy castle in a tundra and get crowned the coolest dad at the park.
Whoa! I'm king of the castle!
Drive a Tacoma to the lake to go wakeboarding. Whoa! That was awesome air. Let's go again. Or take a BZ to an amusement park with friends. Whoa! Keep your woes going this summer in a new Toyota.
Event ends August 31st. Dealer inventory may vary. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Toyota, let's go places.
See your Omaha Metro and Lincoln Toyota dealers. Village Point Toyota of Omaha, Baxter Toyota of La Vista, Baxter Toyota of Lincoln, or Corwin Toyota of Bellevue.
Woodhouse has been a trusted partner in your everyday since 1975. Shop your next vehicle with the home team of Woodhouse and the official auto dealer of Nebraska Athletics. Welcome back. Final couple minutes left for us here on this Thursday evening. I can't believe it's already Thursday. This week is backwards.
It's crazy.
Tuesday took forever to get to football, and then now it's like, it's Friday tomorrow, and we will have a show tomorrow.
Can you believe it? Can you believe they have us working 5 days a week now?
I know.
Must mean football is back.
What the heck?
Sports are back.
I was like, man, don't we have one more best of in the can?
Not quite.
No, we've got plenty to talk about tomorrow, so we'll be back on the air.
Practice again tomorrow.
Yes, we'll have
Should
practice.
have a couple players tomorrow.
Yes, so we're doing these practice reports. So we'll have a couple more players. We're gonna hear from Quinn Clark tomorrow, and also Ashton Copel of Nebraska Women's Basketball, our Newcomer Series. We'll hear from her as well. The highest rated recruit in program history.
That's pretty good chat. By the way,
Yeah.
Carson Beck just dropped a dime on a fade in the end zone for a touchdown.
Not as good as the dime we saw today.
Oh, yeah, I might talk about that for years. Calandria, it's about a 50-yard, beautiful spiral. Quinn Clark one-on-one with the DB.
And again,
I
not
won't say
bad
the
defense.
DB. I won't say the DB just because people want to,
I'm sure they could probably look it up on the video that you
It's there.
screenshotted and
It's
zoomed
there.
into us on the sideline.
What a seat. What a seat. And they dug up a nice divot in that end zone.
Yes. Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. Hy-Vee proudly supports the Huskers. All right. So coming up tomorrow, we will be back on the air full 2 hours. And then a week from tomorrow, we're going to be on the road. We're taking this show on the road.
I forgot about that. Thanks for reminding me.
Yes. You're
That's
excited about that.
Get to see the people, talk to the people who listen every single night. Excited about that.
Yes.
Get out of the studio.
And you would
See
love
some
for somebody
sunlight.
to buy you a beer.
Yeah.
Chris thought that was funny. Hey, it's funnier than my joke last night.
You'll have a good time.
Yes, I'm excited about it. I
It's
love
good to see.
taking
I want
this
to
thing
see
on the
Nick
road.
and Grant in person. It'll be fun.
All right, that's going to do it for us. We'll talk to you tomorrow night.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
Nebraska. We're connected by more than fiber. We're connected by traditions, by hometown pride, by the sea of red on game day, by generations of fans who know what it means to cheer together. Allo is proud to be the connection behind those moments, bringing families together, keeping communities close, and helping Nebraskans stay connected to what truly matters. Allo Fiber, connecting what matters. Proud partner of Husker Athletics. Learn more at allofiber.com/Husker Radio.
Summer's almost over, but with a new Toyota from Toyota's National Sales Event, you can turn your end of summer scaries into end of summer woes. In the mood for some elevated dining? Pack a picnic into a 4Runner and hit up a stunning mountain vista.
Whoa!
Haul a bouncy castle in a Tundra and get crowned the coolest dad at the park.
Whoa! I'm king of the castle!
Drive a Tacoma to the lake to go wakeboarding.
Whoa, that was awesome air. Let's go again.
Or take a BZ to an amusement park with friends. Keep your woes going this summer in a new Toyota.
Event ends August 31st. Dealer inventory may vary. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Toyota, let's go places.
See your Omaha Metro and Lincoln Toyota dealers. Village Point Toyota of Omaha, Baxter Toyota of La Vista, Baxter Toyota of Lincoln, or Corwin Toyota of Bellevue.
Cybersecurity is a fundamental component of today's business operations. It's not just an add-on, it's essential for business protection. At Hamilton Business Technologies, we know that cyber threats are always changing and require constant vigilance. That's why our team delivers real-time threat monitoring and advanced security protocols to safeguard your data and reputation. As the official business IT partner of the Huskers, we put security at the forefront of your success. Cybersecurity is business. Hamilton is business.